Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope you are all doing great. My name is Miss Young and I make videos to help you remember the things that you already know and to teach you about some new things. So today we're going to start with a question of the day, but it's going to be just a little bit different than our other questions of the day. And then we are going to switch screens and do our lesson. And today our lesson is going to be about rocks. Rocks. Rocks are very interesting. So stay tuned because we're going to learn all about how rocks are made and the fact that rocks are all around us. You'd be surprised at how many things that we use every day that are made from rocks. Then we're going to switch screens, do that. We're going to come back here and we're going to talk about what we learned, and we are going to talk about some things that you can do at home. All right, so let's get started with our kind of question of the day. Sometimes when we're talking with people use sayings that may not make sense, because the words in the sayings aren't always what they mean in other ways. So let's talk about what I mean. If I was going to go to the store and I saw something that I wanted to buy, and I said, "Oh my goodness, it costs an arm and a leg," does that mean that I'm going to have to cut off my arm and cut off my leg to pay for it? No, that doesn't mean that we have to give up our arms or our legs. That means that whatever item I wanted to buy was expensive. So when you say it costs an arm and a leg, the item that you're going to buy doesn't have anything to do at all with arms and legs. It's just a phrase or a saying or an expression that means something is expensive. So next time you're at the store and you hear somebody say, "Oh my gosh, it costs an arm and a leg," that just means that the item is very expensive. It's not cheap. Okay? Here's another one. Oh, I better bite my tongue. If someone says they should bite their tongue, do you think it means that they just want to chomp down on their tongue? No. That's not what, "I better bite my tongue." That's not what that means. That means they're going to zip it. That means instead of saying something that they'll regret later, maybe something mean or some kind of gossip or something, and they're just going to zip it, not say anything at all. Okay? So sometimes when you can't say something nice, it's better not to say anything at all, right guys? And that's when we want to bite our tongue, but not really bite our tongue. Okay? So sometimes if someone says something that's a little bit confusing, just know that we have expressions in our English language that are a little bit hard to understand sometimes. Okay? All right, now we are going to we're going to learn all about rocks. Now, stay tuned because rocks are very interesting, and I will see you in a minute.
Rocks come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. Geologists are scientists who study rocks. They discovered that rocks are made in 3 different ways, and so they decided to put rocks in 3 different groups. The first kind of rock is called igneous rock. Igneous rocks are made when very hot, melted rocks from inside the earth or from volcanoes cool off and get hard again. The second kind of rock is called sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock is made when little pieces of rock sand, and soil that are carried along in rivers, settle at the bottom of the river, and pile up on top of each other in layers. These layers get pressed together and form rocks. The third kind of rock is called metamorphic rock. It is made when one kind of rock changes into a different kind of rock by heat and pressure. Rocks are all around us. Statues are carved out of marble. Countertops are made out of granite. Limestone is used to make concrete. All rocks are made up of smaller pieces called minerals. Diamonds, sapphires, rubies, and emeralds are minerals called gemstones. These minerals are made into jewelry. Pencil lead comes from a mineral called graphite. Glass comes from a mineral called sand. Gold, silver, copper, tin, and aluminum are minerals called metal. Pennies are made from copper, and soda cans are made from aluminum. Toothpaste comes from a mineral called fluoride. Even plants soak up minerals from the earth. So that means that the food that we eat has minerals too, like salt, calcium, and potassium. Minerals work together to help our bodies stay healthy. So now let's take a look at this picture. Look carefully. See if you can find all of the things in the picture that are made from rocks and minerals. The ground and walls of the building are made of stones. Part of the tables, chairs, and baby stroller are made of metal. The eyeglasses, soda bottle, and windows are made of glass. And the plants soak up the minerals from the ground. You can see that rocks are all around us.
Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed learning all about rocks. First, we learned that there's 3 main categories or groups of rocks, and they're all made in different ways, right? So, the first category is made when really, really hot rocks cool off and harden up. The second category is when little bits and pieces of rock in the river break off and start piling up and getting smushed up at the bottom of the river, and that's another way rocks are made. And then the third way rocks are made is when one kind of rock changes over into another kind of rock. And so in those 3 categories, all the different rocks that are on the earth are a part of those 3 categories. So, I bet you didn't know that rocks are all around us. We've got concrete, which is the streets and the roads. We've got granite, which is a lot of countertops in our kitchens. We have jewelry. Jewelry is made of rocks, fine jewelry. Diamonds and rubies and sapphires and things like that. A pencil is made of a rock. Graphite is the stuff that you write with that's inside the pencil, not the outside. The outside is wood, but the inside is made of graphite, which is a mineral. Glass, all sorts of metals. So all of your aluminum cans, anything that's made out of metal, pennies, right? And even toothpaste. Toothpaste is a mineral. Plants also have minerals. So if we eat a plant, we are getting the minerals in our bodies that we need that are part the building blocks of rocks. So when we eat a plant, we're eating a rock. Not really. And then the animals eat the plants, and then when we eat the animals, we're getting the minerals from the plants and the soil, and that's how we get the minerals that keep our bodies healthy. So it's very, very interesting. The earth gives us a lot of things that we need, so we need to take care of our earth. Okay, guys? Okie dokie. So, let's talk about some things that you can do at home. The first thing you can do at home is you can go for a walk, or go in your yard, or go to a park, go somewhere where there's some rocks, and you can collect a few, and then you can look at them, and you can decide, like a scientist, are they smooth? Are they rough? Are they big? Are they small? Are they kind of dull? Or are they shiny? And you can make a list or draw pictures of the ones that you find after you've observed them, just like a scientist would. Okay? So that's something fun to do. Another thing that you can do is you can get a rock like this, either this size or maybe even a little bit bigger, and you could paint it. If you have some paint at home, you could paint a pretty sun or a flower or a star or a heart or something on your rock, and you can either keep it, or an even better idea is to leave it out somewhere, maybe at a park, or in the front part of a store, or somewhere where there's people that come in and out, and then someone might find your rock and it could make their day. It would make them so happy. Wouldn't it make you happy to find a really pretty painted rock that says "Have a nice day" or something like that? So that is kind of like a craft project and a service project put together into one project. Or you could just keep it if you want. And then another thing that we can do at home is we can make a list of all the things in your house that you can see that are made up of rocks. So remember, minerals are the little bits that make up the rocks, and all the things around, lots of things around us are made up of minerals and rocks. So there are, if you look around, you can see lots of different things. Forks and knives, pennies, pencils, just all over your house. There's lots of different things. My glasses, my earrings. Well, guys, that is about all the time we have for today. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.